Good evening. It's not commonplace, even in my travels, to come across something so unusual. I was stunned when I saw it, and even felt it necessary to get a closer look. To see such a thing is usually a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I hope you will find this as interesting as I did. Enjoy it as you repose and wait for the inevitable.
Today on the Garagefathers, we're going to tell you all about this cream puff of a caddy, and believe me, it's an episode you're going to be dying to see. The Garagefathers have just acquired this 1992 Cadillac Superior Coach Hearse. And I know what you're thinking, Muncie, I wouldn't be caught dead in one of those things, and you may be right. But whether you like it or not, everybody is dying to go for a ride in one of these things someday. This little caddy actually only has 63,000 original miles, which means it's in near mint condition. And that is what we count as a blessing, because I'd hate to have to restore a car this size. I mean, it would just be too big of an undertaking for us. I mean, just take a look at how sharp all the lines are and how straight the body is. You've got nearly 21 feet of perfectly straight bodywork. The chrome and bright work has not lost its luster. It's still nice and bright. And the beautiful thing about this car too is it doesn't have the gas guzzling 472, nor does it have the never running 468. This has got GM's corporate 5.0, aka the Chevy 305. Come on, let me show you. Now, we just picked this thing up yesterday, so we haven't had a chance to do our full detail on it yet, but to be frank with you, it may not even be necessary because it's been so well and meticulously maintained over the years that it already looks to be in great shape under the hood. Now, again, it's Chevy 305 or GM Corporate 5.0. It's got about 150 horsepower, so it's not really fast, especially when you consider all the dead weight in the back. Just look at how clean and sharp the headlights still are. No haze over them. I mean, I've seen 3-year-old cars running around with worse looking headlights than this. Now, Cadillac also has this feature that I love, which is an indicator to let you know when your headlights are on and when your blinker is on. It's a simple little touch, and it just gives it a great feel to drive. Now, coming back a little further, we're very fortunate because it already has brand new tires matching all the way around, and they're big, and I bet they're probably pretty expensive to replace. Of course, you've got your giant Titanic-sized doors, which lead to your luxurious blue crushed velvet interior. Look, there's not even a crack on the dash. Everything works. The air blows ice cold. The only thing that seems to not work is the stereo. But who needs to listen to funeral dirges when you're driving a car like this anyways? There's no seats in the back, but you've got plenty of room for things other than a coffin if you don't want to haul a coffin around. I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you decide you don't want to haul a coffin, you could take your surfboard, your kayak, whatever you want. You can haul lumber in this thing. Really, it's got a lot of utility, this vehicle. All right, you've got your standard issue storage compartment there if you'd like to store some tools or whatever it is you'd like to store. I feel like the purposes and utility of a hearse is off the charts. I mean, one of the great things you could do is this would be great if you're in a band to haul all of your equipment. In fact, this kind of reminds me of a hollow body guitar here, this beautiful little whatever it is. I don't see any evidence that this car has ever had a repaint. And just look how straight the body is. Let me close the doors so you can look right down that whole side. 21 feet of perfect sheet metal. You want to see the business end of this hearse, don't you? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll show you. First, you've got this giant door to open. Look at the size of that thing. And I thought it was pretty intriguing and interesting how this works. So you pull the carpeted flap down so that you don't mess up your bumper when you're loading things from Home Depot or wherever. And then you've got this cleat here. There's two. There's one in the front, one in the back. So you can haul all shapes and sizes of lumber or whatever it is you're hauling. You've got these little rollers here to assist you if you've got a particularly heavy load. And of course, safety is of paramount importance. So you've got your safety release latch here should any of your passengers in the back want to get off the ride. And of course, you've got another storage compartment over here, which houses your spare tire and jack, a few rags should you want to wipe down your hearse at the local park. That brings us to my favorite part of the episode. The part where it's time to stop hollering and start parloring. That's right, it's drive time, baby. But before we go on a drive, I wanted to take a minute to tell you about my grandma. My grandma had one of these, probably why this car is so dear to me. She had a 79 Cadillac triple gold. I used to ride around with her everywhere. I loved that car. She died when I was 16 years old, sadly. And, you know, sometimes I feel like she's looking down, and I just want to say, Grandma, if you're up there and you're looking down, you see this, please like and subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment. Let all your friends in heaven know that the Garagefathers have got the best insurance and rates in the state of California. Let's go for a ride. Dude, this thing is super smooth.
It is, man. It's like the nicest shoot we've ever done driving.
I know, I'm so comfortable with this air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's actually a little cold, and it's what, 105 today?
Yeah.
Part of what I love about this car is the reactions you get from people.
Yeah, they don't really know quite what to think, huh?
They really don't.
That was funny at the car show, telling that lady that we just picked it up from the mortuary. You did?
Yeah. And then that other lady was like, yeah, we had a delivery to make it 3 blocks away.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that was quite the look.
It's a little bit of a morbid vehicle. And last night, I took it to the gym, and everybody was looking at me kind of funny. But this one lady was like, Is that a hearse? Yeah. It's like, why are you driving it at the gym? Well, I gotta do deadlifts today.
Well, you must have worked out pretty hard, dude. Your voice is... sounds like your voice is going.
Yeah, man, I can't stop coughing.
Boy, you're just full of them, man. That's awesome. Yeah, but man, this car just feels new, doesn't it?
It does, man. It handles it. I mean, it basically is. I don't. I've got with it a 2015 something at home.
Yeah.
It's got like twice the mileage of this thing.
Yeah. And this is almost 30 years old.
Yeah, and it's way smoother. It's just, oh look, we're arriving to our destination. Feel the way it handles here too. I'm going to take this corner a little fast.
Dude, it stays perfectly level. It's got that big old, like 1-inch sway bar in the back.
Right.
And I think it's got some kind of airlift too or something.
Yeah, that's what can help it stay dead flat.
No, you meant stiff.
Yeah. So that's suspension ratings.
All right, so we are on the famed Rocky Hill Drive. A lot of our viewers will recognize this from some of our other videos. Thought we'd take the hearse up here and might have a little bit of a surprise for you.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, we didn't tell them what the name of the car is.
Oh, we didn't, did we?
No.
Ah, it's so great. You should tell them.
We need to introduce them to Morticia, the Cadaverac. The Cadaverac, yes.
Or Tish for short.
Mortish, yes.
Tish.
Yeah, so...
Man, it just drives like a dream.
So what's Kelly think of the car, man?
Oh, she loves it, man.
Yeah?
She does. Yeah, in fact, I think maybe I should get another one. That way we can have his and hers.
Yes. That would be good.
Now, that was actually pretty funny.
Here we are at Morticia's natural habitat. You know, driving this car, it's a quick reminder of how these, what I refer to as neoclassics, your 80s and 90s, you know, Cadillacs, Chevy pickups, Camaros, Firebirds, Mustangs. They're all great candidates for an agreed value insurance policy. In fact, this one, we've added it for $15,000. It's less than $200 for the whole year.
Thank you for watching this episode of Garagefathers. We hope you found it extraordinarily breathtaking. I would consider it a personal courtesy if you would like, subscribe, or leave a comment now. Until next time, good night.